just walking walking the grasses where these heifers are, where Django was, because we've had some real strong winds, and a lot of these willow trees are very precarious. So I mean, if even a branch comes down on a wire, next minute you know what you're doing, you're chasing cattle. And so far so good. John's here from BATA, very competitive fuel prices, and he's just said to me, you never see my bloody wagon on YouTube, so there's one for you, John. Yeah, we've got my balls up to mend now. I tried to knock Pigshed down other day with back door at trailer leading sawdust. Other way if you want. Yeah, prize balls up, came out at shed with back door up, didn't I? Crept out, thinking I was being careful. Next minute a great crunch and a crack, and I buckled bloody wood up. Cow and calf doing fantastic. How the bloody things come round I do not know, because if you'd seen it a fortnight ago you would have given it an hour to live. Anyway, it's pretty much back to normal, and today's the day. We've only let him out a couple of days. He's been in where he can get a bit of creep, and yeah, doing fantastic. So I'd like to say a big thank you to Chavi at Homefields Vet. He brought him back from the dead, and then we persevered and kept him injected and fed and one thing and another, and yeah, back to normal. So today's the day when he gets back with his mates. Certainly the grass has greened up. Christ, there was hardly a blade of grass, and they'd really exhausted all our grazing grasses near the farm. And yeah, there's a hell of a lot of new growth. Everybody's looking a bit miserable this morning. It's been quite a wet night, and we haven't had a wet night like that for quite a while. So, which won't hurt them because they're very hardy and thick skinned, these. I mean, it ain't cold at all, but it is quite wet. So right, these lot have missed out on creep for a couple of days, so I know where they're first going. They'll be first going to creep trough. But we're destined to wean them in about, I don't know, probably 2 weeks. Get a little bit of drilling done, and then obviously don't wean such as this little girl or this little fella next to him. The little ones, but majority of them we're going to separate them and separate the calves into a yard so they can get over missing their mothers, and vice versa. And then I think the cows are going to some bullock grasses at Burnby for a month or two. Oh, you're getting wet. It's that horrible mizzly rain that gets you piss wet through. And windy. Yeah, miserable, but shouldn't complain really, because we've been wishing for rain for months, haven't we? Our spouting on our corn store, we made a fantastic job, if we do say so ourselves, because I mean, we can turn our hands to most things, but yeah, we're really surprised ourselves how good a job we did at this. And yeah, it's working fantastic. Like after a night's rain, it'd be wet down bottom at walls, because where the fibre cement stuff had rotted away and it was all dripping, and it was causing the wheat at the other side of the shed to start by the time we were clearing out, it was gone off. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that'll have solved our problem. Yeah, very pleased. but very expensive. But where we got it from, David Tomkinson's at local at Easingwall, brilliant firm, family run going on. And don't just go to the first person you find on internet and get a price, because we went to someone else and it was extortionate, and the salesman was an end at phone as though he was doing you a favour by giving you this massive price. Anyway, he got my back up, so I put it on here actually, and Mr. Wilson sort of gave me this firm's number. Yeah, David Tomkinson, if you want some spouting or anything to do with roofing, and as I say, knock spots off everybody else's prices. Last load of pigs away, fresh ones coming in this afternoon, so it's all go. Ollie's going to drill a bit of barley on some fresh ploughing. I'm going to power it in front of him, so a little bit all go between other jobs today. So, and yeah, quite a miserable grey day, but I think it's packed in now, so it won't have affected as much at all. But he's giving it a good grease. Wasted Ian's time yesterday. We couldn't get the preem markers down. Anyway, the box wasn't telling the preem markers, and I think we could have gone through a series of options. They weren't as obvious as switching it on and off, but he had to just set the box to tell the brain to tell the solenoid to let the markers down, if that makes any sense. So yeah, thanks very much, Ian. Yeah, yeah, Ian. What's he? Park Farm Services. He's your Vardestad man, and he says yesterday, thank me very much. He's got quite a bit of work through it. Yeah, too much work, but yeah, absolutely genuine, fantastic firm. So give him a ring for your parts and one thing or another. Pardon? Absolutely desert dry, and there's been a lot of, well, not a lot of rain, but there's been, we got, what did we get? 15 mil other day, and about 8 mil in night. Christ, there's dust coming off Phil's plough, but it was maize, so maize will have taken every ounce of bloody moisture out of it anyway, in a dry time, but yeah, very, very dry. To be fair, I would say we're maybe a week too early on it, but we just need to start ticking a few off. But there is a massive wet hole over there near that dead tree, and there's quite a wet hole behind us down the hedge side, so it can soon go other way. But no, Ollie's calibrating his drill, his Vardestad, and he's going to come and stitch it in after me. We've got some pigs coming, so I have to go sort a job out there, and so Phil's going to jump on in, and then they're just going to, then I've got some roundup to do as well. Sort of busy, isn't it? Don't know which way to turn. Sexy Fingers has turned up with drill, and just told him to go a bit patient and a bit slower, so the drill sort of packs the soil down a little bit better, because Christ, talk about powdery. I mean, I'm making half a job, but we think we're going to have to roll it twice behind the drill. Let's hope we can roll it. Right, it looks like it's doing a job actually. We want this rolling before tea time. We'll conserve every bit of moisture there is, and well, for two reasons. For one, for the crop, and two, for so the rollers work properly. just walked across from my tractor because Phil's going to jump on that, and the power is making a fantastic job. It's got a massive diameter crumbler roller on as that little lily power, and it makes a fantastic job, to say how powdery sand it is. And the drill's making a cracking job anyway as well, so we will get it rolled. Yeah, so right, I'm off to unload a pig wagon. Just have a look at oilseed rape. It's coming out, and it done the last, oh god, the last time I looked, look, bloody plastic, I don't know where it comes from. The last time I looked, there wasn't an ounce of flea beetle damage. Christ, someone would say this is too thick. This is too thick. But anyway, we've put a few slug pellets on, which are still there. Them Gusto pellets seem to really withstand weather. But no flea beetle damage, but a slight bit of slug activity here and there. But no, there's nothing wrong with that. To say how dry we've had it, the fodder beet is fairly good. A bit patchy because we think some of them germinated and perished, but I'm very, very pleased. Look at that bloody big sod light. Nothing wrong with that one, is there? And someone was telling me they'd seen some advertised at £45 a tonne, which, to be fair, is fair trade. Whether it is that, I don't know, but I would say we're not going to yield like we usually yield, but I would say we're going to be well in the 20s. She's a smart old girl. Big V8 Scania. Everyone loves a V8, don't they? But proper men do, don't they? How many of us left, is it? pleased with our new rollers as well. They were very cheap. Look, we bought them in a local machinery sale, like a collective auction, and we paid £6,250 for them. But out of season, it was the last sale of the year in November, so no one was thinking about buying any rollers. Anyway, there was a set identical, well no, maybe slightly better, maybe slightly tidier in the paint, exactly the same with paddles on. The last sale, and they made 10,000, I think they were either 10.5 or 10,750 they made, which that's a big difference, isn't it? So it just proves if you can afford or buy something out of season, you can grab a bargain sort of thing. Yeah, he's just going to steadily roll them. What he does, he goes round the outside on the preem markers, and then he'll go up and down the preem markers, and then when it comes to preem spray it, I can just look for them wheelings, what he's leaving, and so I know where to run, you see. But I am putting the pre-emerging spray on. It's very, very dry until there comes a bit of moisture, and there's talking on quite a deluge of water on Saturday, so get Saturday out there and then I'll get it done. You've got him well, first field of Barley, last job of the day, just trying to clean up a bit of land before, so we can get drilling, but the bloody wind today has been like unrelentless. It's been about 15-16 miles per hour, so, and where I want to spray, there's neighbouring stuff fairly vulnerable, like here the next door neighbours drilled some wheat and it is poking through, but I had to leave and it is drifting onto that side, but there's no drift got to it today, and now because the wind's about bugging up, so boom on flank. I've got my booms very low, they are very fast, so pressure ain't very high, and it seems to be making a good job. But this is off in with Barley, so all this volunteer wheat wants taking out really. Should have brought a sig lighter with me. Get rid of this bit. We've got a real bit here. I don't know how it's escaped not getting burnt really. Doesn't it? I just lifted the booms up to go over the bale, and you saw we're a bit low now. You saw the drift. We're still running these double jets. In fact, I'm using them for everything. In fact, they're here to stay really. And I think even if your booms are really, really low, you're still making a job. Like blowing it one way, blowing it other. There's a bit of drift though. The wind's picked up again. Anyway, I'll have to have it. Maybe I ought to go somewhere else and get another bloody 30 or 40 acre done, but can't really be bothered. Down, that's it. It's about night. It'll be another half hour, it'll be dark. So right, from a rough hard farm in East Yorkshire, which started to get a bit drilled. To be honest, I've walked across another field and that'll go tomorrow. So, and if I can get another cheeky couple of tankfuls in the morning before it gets windy, that'll be a bonus. So, all systems go. Right, from a rough hard farm in East Yorkshire, bye for now.